Hey there, my friend. How's your busy Saturday going? I've gathered the top news of the day for you, and man, what a crazy day. Here are today's topics. Rangers make move to sign Morgan Whittaker after £7 million transfer development. Rangers hijack bid due for James Tavernier as rival club to oppose Trabzonspor transfer. Rangers favorites to secure Tyrese Campbell transfer after Stoke City exit. Philippe Clement and Rangers board at loggerheads amid sack claim. And finally, Rangers to not sell exit-linked Todd Cantwell in transfer window as emotional verdict emerges. So here's the crack. Rangers are going all out to snag Morgan Whittaker from Plymouth Argyle. We're talking a whopping £7 million or more on the table. Yup, you heard right. According to the Daily Record, on 19th of July, we threw our first bid at them, but they swatted it away. Typical, eh? Now here's where it gets spicy. Wayne Rooney, who's running the show at Plymouth, wants to keep hold of the lad, but Whittaker's got his heart set on moving north, and he's been on our radar for ages. Looks like he fancies a wee trip to Ibrox, and who can blame him? This whole saga is showing some real ambition from our lot, especially since there were murmurs about Philippe Clement's future at the club. The Belgian gaffer had his doubts about our finances and whether we'd splash the cash. Chris Boyd even reckoned he might pack his bags and leave. But this £7 million bid? It's flipping those doubts on their head, showing we're ready to invest and beef up the squad. Now let's talk about Whittaker. The lad's a proper talent, bagged 19 goals and set up 8 more for Plymouth in the championship last season. He's not just any right winger, he's a game changer. Remember when he was at Swansea and smacked a hat-trick against Plymouth? His old boss, Russell Martin, couldn't stop singing his praises, saying, "I thought he was fantastic. He has a lot to work with." Bringing Whittaker on board would add some serious firepower to our attack. His pace and knack for scoring would make him a regular starter, no doubt. Plus, it sends a clear message to the fans and the league. Rangers mean business, and we're gunning for silverware. All right, mate, let's get into the latest bit of drama surrounding our captain, James Tavernier. This one's a proper roller coaster, so buckle up. So, here's the deal. Besiktas are getting ready to swoop in for our skipper, according to Turkish outlet Takvim. Giovanni van Bronckhorst, our old gaffer, wants Tav back in his ranks and has given the thumbs up to Besiktas' higher-ups. They're in desperate need of a new right-back and have their eyes set on our man. Now it's not just Besiktas causing a stir. Trabzonspor, another Turkish Super League rival, already made a bid and even sorted out personal terms with Tav. But they need to up their offer to make it stick. Philippe Clement seems ready to part ways with our captain, especially since we've been haggling over a measly £843,000. Typical football business, right? But wait, there's more. With Besiktas jumping into the mix, it's likely to push Tav's price up to something we can agree on. And don't be surprised if English clubs start sniffing around too. The Scottish Sun reckons they're interested, which could drive the price even higher. It's a classic bidding war, and it might just work in our favor. Let's be honest, we won't truly appreciate what Tav has brought to Ibrox until he's gone. But if the decision's been made to let him go, we better get it done quickly and for a good price. This would not only help smooth things over with Clement and Niels Koppen, who are eager to bring in new blood, but also set the stage for more moves involving players like Cyril Desires and Connor Goldson. Let's chat about Tyrese Campbell. So Rangers are leading the race to snap up Tyrese Campbell, the former Stoke City striker, according to Carlton Palmer. The lad's a free agent now, which is music to our ears since we've got to be smart with the dosh. We're not the only ones after him, though. West Brom, Cardiff City, and Sheffield United are sniffing around too. But here's the kicker. Campbell's got family ties to West Brom, yet Palmer reckons our glorious history gives us the edge. Palmer, chatting with Football League World, had this to say: "Tyrese Campbell is a wanted man, now a free agent after leaving Stoke City. I know Glasgow Rangers are tight on money for a striker, but being a free agent makes it easier. Just got to cover his salary. His dad Kevin played at West Brom, and Carlos Corberan's done a great job there. West Brom could be a good move for him, especially with their playoff push next season. Cardiff did well last season, might push for playoffs too. But Glasgow Rangers, they're massive. For me, it's between West Brom and Rangers, with Rangers as favorites due to their history." Now let's talk about why we need Campbell. Most of us agree we're short on firepower up front, especially with the Premiership season looming. With Cyril Desires' future in doubt and questions over Danilo and Hamza Igamani, Clement could definitely use a couple more options in attack. Campbell might not have proven himself in Scotland yet, but he's shown promise in the championship, enough to catch the eye of several clubs. The big question is whether we can compete with English clubs on wages, but Palmer suggests our storied history will appeal to Campbell. Let's hope Clement can get his man if our interest is genuine. Pour yourself a pint because this one's a doozy. So, tensions are boiling over between Philippe Clement and the Rangers board, as sources have told Football Insider. Our gaffer's been pretty vocal about the struggles in the transfer market, and it's got everyone a bit on edge. According to Pete O'Rourke on the Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, Clement is feeling the heat to start the season strong. There's even chatter that he might throw down an ultimatum to the board. Back me or sack me. Blimey, right? Clement's frustrations stem from needing to sell players before he can bring in new talent this summer. This has only added fuel to the fire around Ibrox, with fans fuming at the board and wondering if our manager might just walk away. Despite the hopes that Clement could bolster the squad, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. We've snagged Clinton Nsiala and Hamza Igamain, though Clement insists they're more for the future. We've also brought in Jefty, Connor Barron, and Liam Kelly for about £750,000 in total. But the lack of big spending is raising eyebrows, especially since missing out on the Champions League group stage would hit us hard financially. With all this tension between the manager, the board, and the fans, our preseason preparations might take a hit. The first game is at Murrayfield on 20th of July, and the early part of the season is looking crucial. Plus, the temporary move to Hampton Park is already causing enough upheaval. It's a bit of a mess right now, but let's hope things settle down and we get off to a strong start. We need to back Clement and give him the tools to succeed. All right, mate, let's get into the latest twist with Todd Cantwell at Rangers. This one's got a bit of everything: drama, emotion, and a touch of controversy. So there's been a lot of buzz about Todd Cantwell possibly leaving us this summer. The Rangers Review reported on 3rd of July that our former Norwich midfielder might be on his way out. He's been MIA in preseason, with Philippe Clement and Niels Koppen struggling to make any sales. Word from Andy Devlin on 12th of July is that Cantwell's got a minor injury issue, which might explain his absence. But here's where it gets interesting. Derek Ferguson, a name we all know and love, reckons Cantwell should stay. Speaking to Ibrox News, Ferguson highlighted Cantwell's enthusiasm and believes we need players with that kind of emotional fire in the team. Ferguson said, being a manager, you've got to manage all these different characters. At times, Todd has been really good for us, and at times you can see that players can maybe get at him a little bit and he would react to it. Sometimes that's just part of your nature, who you are. Some guys can just brush it off. But we can all see with Todd, I love his enthusiasm. He's got really good quality at times, and personally, I'd like to see him stay, to be honest. You need guys sometimes that are emotional, that play with that in them. You can clearly see that he wants to win big time, and any time that he comes up against our biggest rivals, you could see there were a few words, a few discussions that can happen. Now, as for Clement's stance, he's made it clear that pretty much everyone but Jack Butland is available for the right price this summer, according to Rangers Review on 14th of July. So, if a decent offer comes in for Cantwell, Clement would likely take it. Under Clement, Cantwell hasn't quite hit the heights he did in his first half season with Michael Beale. His antics off the pitch have also tested the patience of some fans and pundits. Even Ferguson admits Cantwell drives him mad sometimes. Cantwell's relationship with Clement has been rocky from the start, as noted by Keith Jackson on 4th December. So, a sale might be best for everyone involved. However, there doesn't seem to be a hot market for Cantwell's services right now. So, Clement might have to tap into Cantwell's potential and see if he can reignite the form we know he's capable of. I'll be back with more bombastic and exclusive Rangers news at any moment. If you don't want to miss any, just hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, all right? We are the people.